All right, good win. First road win. Proud of our young group. Didn't play our best, but we found a way. And that's what I talked to them about this week is just you got to find a way to win on the road, and you got to grind it out. Credit to Coach Miles and his staff. I think they've done a really good job. Schematically, they did a nice job. DJ on defense and Les on offense. I think that's a really well-coached unit. And they've made significant progress in a short amount of time. But 1-0 in the Big 12. Head to our bye week with some momentum. I thought we showed a lot of poise here today. This was a good environment. I thought it got loud, piped in some noise. I thought the crowd got into it when they made some plays. So I thought it was a really good college football atmosphere here. Talk about each unit offensively. Today we kind of just grinded it out. Didn't limited our big plays. Didn't make. I can't think of more than one big play we really had down the field. We ran 85 plays. That's 29 more than Kansas did. We had 15 minutes more time of possession. You won't sit here and have me talk about time of possession a whole lot, but that's significant. I mean, 15 minutes is a lot. A lot of time for them to be out on the field defensively. We were balanced. Almost we rushed for right at 192. We passed for 202. I thought Austin Kendall was efficient today, and I thought all three running backs, Kennedy, Letty, proud of Petaway, bounced back. Both touchdown runs were big-time runs. Showed what type of kid he is. And then third downs. I don't know if we've ever had 18 in a game. I don't know if that's a school record or not. It's a lot. But we were 50% able to keep the ball going. And another thing that doesn't get talked about is I believe, and I know y'all will check me on this, is every time they scored, we answered. And I thought that was huge in the game. Defensively, it wasn't our best today. It wasn't our best, but we found a way. Made enough plays there at the end to win. I thought it was a huge play by Keith Washington. That was the play of the game on the interception. Coming down with that killed their momentum. Thought special teams, Josh Groudon was really good today. I'd like to see that last kick stay in, but I thought he was really good. And again, proud of this group. Going back home on this bye week, 1-0 in the league, 3-1 in the month of September with the schedule we played, I think is a successful month. So with that, I'll open up for questions.
Neal's second straight week where your run game's been pretty good after the first 2 weeks obviously started. What have you seen the second 2 weeks out of that? The same thing you were doing, or did you change some things up a little bit this week?
Well, today we were similar to the way we were last week. I think first of all you got to start with Matt Moore and Chad Scott, our co-offensive coordinators. I thought they've done a nice job finding a way. I think that Austin Kendall has been effective in the RPO game, which has allowed us to get hats out of the box. And I think our kids, we're finishing blocks better. Schematically, I think we're more in tune with what we can do, what our strengths are. And I think we're running the ball harder. I think our fullbacks and our tight ends are doing a better job as well.
Did the wind affect what you tried to do when it was in your face?
I lived in Lubbock, Texas for 3 years, so was it windy? I thought it affected, I'm just kidding. But I thought it affected the field goal, the one field goal. The ball got caught up. I thought a couple of the kickoffs hung up in the air. I thought it was more of a factor in the first half. I didn't think it was a factor in the second half. I don't really think it played a role in the game.
How important was it for you guys to be able to keep Hubbard and
Puka
and Herbert in check?
Yeah.
I know they got a little.
Well, it was a challenge. They still ran the ball decently. They had 142 yards. But those kids are good players, really good players. I thought the quarterback, Carter Stanley, and I think I said this on Tuesday, he goes 19 for 25, 3 touchdowns, hit the big play. They got him back in it. I've been watching him since he was at Vero Beach High School, and he played in a similar system there that we run, and he has gotten incrementally better each and every year, and he's playing football right now at a high level.
After that deep shot, it seemed like Kansas had tons of momentum on their way. Is there anything special you did to calm the team down and keep them focused in that situation? It seemed like that long drive for field goal was a big point for you.
Yeah, I think you try to practice sudden change opportunities, as often as you can. And that's something we do in practice quite a bit, especially in spring ball and fall camp. I think your team always takes the demeanor of your staff, and our staff didn't panic. That was my message to our defense staff. Hey, we're going to give up some plays. They hit us there. They got us. Safety wasn't playing his area. He got drawn down. In the corner, it really wasn't on him. We'd like to get him down. But you don't panic. You just get ready for the next play. I thought the offense did a really good job, given we had a long drive, which gave our defense staff some time to make some adjustments.
32 seconds, I guess you're at the 35. Any thought at all about play action and going deep, or was it always going to be the punt?
Well, I was going to go for it if we got under 3 yards. So I think it ended up being 4th and 6 maybe. So I didn't feel good about it. And then the other thing too, the ball was going to be, at the 35, something like that. And Josh is like, that's his specialty. The pooch punts. We didn't do a very good job punting, or we didn't do a very good job covering that punt. So I was thinking Josh could get us inside the 10, and now they got to go 90-plus yards for a touchdown because the game was at 5. So if it was under 3, we were going to run it, and we felt good about getting it because we'd been running the ball effectively. But when it's that deep, I was going to let Josh do a specialty.
And he gets it off like almost a half step.
Yeah, it was quick. I didn't really worry about that. Our snapper, Rex, has done an incredible job, for the length of his career. Josh is poised back there, and I felt good about it. Like I said, in the same situation, I'd do the same thing because I bet if you give Josh 10 punts, he's probably going to get 8 or 9 inside the 10 there.
Were you thought of taking the delay there, or did you want to get them thinking?
Yeah, so possibly could have done a delay. I asked Josh what he wanted to do, and he said, no, I'm fine. So that's kind of how it went down.
Letty, powerful running. I mean, we saw it
Strong.
last year. That's giving you a big boost last 2 weeks.
He has. And he plays. He plays the game the way it's supposed to be played. He plays really hard. He's really physical. He makes mistakes, but he overcomes those just with his effort. But he does. He's been, I don't think it's any coincidence. We ran the ball well. He's played both games. We ran the ball well.
They try to steal possession with their onside kick. Did
Yeah.
you see that? Not that you panic, you go, uh-oh, or what's your...
No, we went into the game thinking they would. And we were lined up to take it away from it. That's kind of, he rolled the dice on it. I understand it. He was trying to get it. They had just had some momentum. He was trying to get it back. Thought Bonamico made the play, and the call was right. I know the fans here didn't like it, but the call was the correct call.
At the end of the
You
first,
pushed 4 players on the front line. I know kickoff return that would seem to open you up a little bit more to that, but obviously you studied that. What goes into the studying to realize, hey, we can cover all of those onside kick attempts?
Yeah, well, we work it a bunch. We work it a bunch. It's a solid alignment. A lot of, I think we were, you can go back and look at the stats, but I think at Troy the last 2 years, we were one of the top teams in the country in kickoff returns. We've been close here. We've had multiple ones tried on us last 2 or 3 years, none of them successful. And this one wasn't either, you know what I mean? Because they didn't allow us to catch it. Bonamico's going to catch it if they don't interfere. So I feel good about how we're lining up.
Shooting for a couple of those new guys from the offensive line, just in general, how do you think that group played today?
Well, we ran the ball well. We didn't protect as well as we have been. I thought that we gave up some penetration. We had a couple MAs on hits in the second quarter. We didn't play very well in the second quarter, which was disappointing offensively. But I thought running the ball, we did some good things. They were playing the run. They had multiple hats in there. I thought our running backs did a really good job running through some arm tackles, and I thought we did a good job covering them up.
how important, given how the second quarter went, was it to get some points going into the half? Did it remind you a couple of years ago the way things went down in the half at Troy LSU?
No, we didn't have to go in the locker room and pull them out and all that kind of stuff. But no, those situations we work all the time. And I thought Austin, to his credit, managed that really, really well. That's huge. You think about it now. We don't get that field goal. Now it's a 2-point game. We would have kicked the extra point, but so it would have been a 3-point game. Now that changes the complexion. They're going to work the middle of the field now, and they got a chance to put themselves in a position for a game-tying field goal. So that drive was big. I thought we managed the clock well. There was one time we should have got out of bounds. We didn't get out of bounds. But, yeah, that was the thought, using the timeout. We had the timeout there, so we were able to stop the clock with a little over a minute to go. We had a sack, so we stopped them. Sinkfield got a pretty good return to get us going, and I thought Austin managed the ball well, or managed that clock well.
5 minutes ago, how do you guard against a natural letdown when you're up 2 scores and they come down and put you in a position?
Well, we didn't do a very good job. We didn't play as good defensively today as we can. That was a disappointing drive. That and the long play were the two disappointing drives. And we've got to do a better job. We were trying to keep the ball in front of us. We didn't do a very good job getting our guys out in the flats, so we were making it really easy on Carter to hit some of those out cuts. But we've got – and then they ran a little kind of a rub concept, not a legal play, not anything illegal. They ran a little rub out of a bunch, and we blew it. And it's a play that we run all the time, so they see it. They see it in practice a lot, and we just didn't do a very good job communicating.
Martell's attitude, how's he been the past week, sort of?
He's been good. That's why I thought it was good. Felt like he was going to play going in. I let Chad. Chad's got a ton of experience coaching running backs. I let him kind of manage the rotation a lot. We talked about it going into the week or going into this game that we felt like he deserved his practice reps and how he performed in practice. He deserved to get some reps. The 2 touchdowns runs he had were big time plays, and that's what kind of player he can be. We run it on, I think it was 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2, and he breaks a couple tackles and then squirts out for about 20 yards on the 1, and then really physical run. He got north and south, which is something he didn't do the first 2 games. He put his foot in the ground, gets north and south on the 3rd and 5 and 3rd and goal touchdown down there at this end.